So Randy Merrick goes in, gets right in there and stages right up. He says, hey, I'm ready, man. He double balls him. Aaron Wells now letting the pressure and the victory to Wells. 372, 202 miles per hour. The Not Eleanor Ford Mustang coming back for round number 3 out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. What a deal right there. 0.63 in the reaction time. Look at the 60 foot on that car.
8,000 separate them in 60 foot, but going 941 for the Wells family. Again, 372, 202 for the win here round 2 Midwest Pro Mod.
That is incredible stuff right there. Summit Racing Equipment bringing you one heck of a show. Here's Chad Green on the right side. Midland, Texas, the nitrous oxide injected, Pat Musi powered 959 cubic inch power plant. Oh, and look, he's got last event's winner to take on.
That's right, and Jeff Jones, Imperial Construction. We've seen Dean Marinas running back here to see what's going on with Chad Green's car. Cubic inch Pat Musi power. Up to the live. No better sound on the nitrous car. 959 cubic inches.
He's letting them know that that thing is fine after all the moves and rattled skin down there that thought he couldn't get it fired up. Chad Green's ready to go out of Midland, Texas. And look how easy and cool Jeff Jones backing up into the hot groove of rubber he laid down. Check that out. The Imperial Construction, Larry Jeffers built Chevrolet Corvette, Extreme Oil Brands, sponsored machine, and Frankenstein Engine Dynamics, and all the guys that make that deal what it is. And a winner that he was at Extreme Race Rate Park in Texas. Now trying to get one here in St. Louis.
Again, that Imperial Construction Jeff Jones entry out of Weatherford, that C7 Corvette Larry Jeffers built. That thing, again, has better capabilities in his qualifying effort, better capability than we saw in round 1. Chad Green has been very consistent with the power and the crew that he has with Pat Musi and Dean Marinas. We'll see right here. But that Imperial Construction car can get this done. I'm going to go with Jeff Jones.
You can go with Jeff Jones. I got a feeling, I was just going to say, I've got a feeling Chad Green's going to meet his qualifying number or better right now.
That's true. The conditions are out there. There's still a little water in the air. The barometer's still a little bit low. But we believe that there could be 60 capabilities right here tonight, round 2.
Here they go into the staging. It's Green, fully stage ready, and Jones comes in. Get out of the throttle. That thing was jumping its way around in a 376 200 mile per hour charge for Team Musi and Chad Green out of Midland, Texas. Going another round. Did you see Jones's car jumping around?
As I was watching Jones jumping around over there, hunting for the finish line, trying to find the throttle, get out and get the thing settled down. We also saw the flames go out on Chad Green. He had to pedal himself out there about 400 feet, stood back in and got to the finish line first for that round 2 win.
Unreal, man. I'm telling you what a race. You look at the reaction time, 0.53 for Chad Green. He went 0.53 on the tree. Jones went 164, way late on the tree for him. And then the 60 foot, well, you got to do the math. Even though they were really close at 60 foot, that whole shot still had Chad Green way out front at that point, at least a car or two. And then at the split, they almost almost were identical. Well, at 53, Jones tried to catch up. That's when that car started abruptly just moving around and bouncing.
So a lot of times in those cars where we'll lock up transmission that we talked about earlier, if they lock that thing up early, it'll start to climb the rear gear and apply the power as long as the racetrack has traction. And that's a lot of what we saw in that Jones car out there. When the power started to really come in that thing, it started to try to climb the rear gear and stick the tire on the racetrack, starts hunting the front end. He's got very little left to steer with, and he's out there jumping around trying to find the finish line and get
the rear's pushing the front, huh?
The rear's pushing the front.
Man, incredible. That's what it looked like, too. Good call, Lonnie Grimm. As they get ready, here's the number 1 qualifier, and a guy that's looking to take on one of the fastest cars, I would say, on any given day. This car in the left lane is incredible. Man, Jason Amster laying down the law right there on the left side of Vermont, Indiana. Farmers by trade, I believe, the 69 Chevrolet Camaro, the Noonan Brothers. 521 cubic inch supercharged Australian power plant on board.
Noonan. Yeah, all Noonan powered. The great team, great guys, great support behind them. Again, this car has better capability than it showed in qualifying. He comes in, finally catches up to the number 1 qualifier, and catches him here in round 2, Midwest Pro Mod. Todd Martin's been making runs, looks like a bracket car out there. Jason Hamster and the Hamster team has great capability to take this thing out. But again, Todd Martin, very solid, been making great runs. I'm going to go Todd Martin.
Let's see if this mile per hour takes anything, has anything to do with this final here. 203.52 and a 202 in qualifying for Martin. So the kid's been faster in the left lane on the mile per hour, but that doesn't always win races. He's on 75. He's 5 off the number of 70 for Martin. Martin did run good in the last round. Keep your eyes on him, though, because I know that Pops over there, being Hampshire's dad, can tune that thing up and get that thing to run right with this Ford Mustang. Here they go. Getting there. Todd Martin goes red. Hamster has something. Maybe he saw it and he shut it down, said, I'll save some pieces. It's his 161 tree. Man, he must have just sat there and saw the red. He didn't want to even move, did he?
No, so one thing I was going to mention earlier is Todd Martin on this side, obviously sitting in the driver's seat, knows that if he makes one hiccup, one mistake, Jason Hamster is driving around him. Therefore, we saw Todd Martin climb up on the wheel, trying to take the tree and take the advantage to make sure that did not happen. And obviously let go of that button a little too soon to find himself a good bit red by 72,000.
And the incrementals were incredible. I mean, on both teams, you see the 933 over there for Martin and 969 for Hamstra. I'm wondering if something may went awry on Hamstra's car, but we'll find out. He's got another round to show us that thing, and hopefully it's nothing, and he just got out of the pedal.
Yeah, Pro Mod, we call it the shake zone. It's going to happen somewhere between 70 and 100 feet out there. And we saw Jason looking through the window up here, just having just a little problem right there in that area of the racetrack. Maybe applying a little too much power, and sometimes what happens is you don't apply enough.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to find out here with these two guys. Justin Jones, who had that, maybe you can tell me, you were down there debating with this team. What was going on with this kid?
No, they come earlier. They told me that they had a pretty significant problem with their car.
Injury.
Had to get that thing fixed. And we felt like that there was going to be plenty of time before that we were going to bring Pro Mod back, and so we stuck with the schedule. To find out they had a lot more stuff tore up. They had a valve. They dropped the valve. They ended up finding 2 pistons, along with a lot of other equipment that they had to replace and put back together. They had the blower off of it. Just 20 minutes ago, the blower was still sitting on the ground, and it was awesome. We were going to run, unfortunately, to say we were going to run with or without them, but they made the call here for round 2, and we appreciate their effort and them getting back up here, and we look forward to a great round with Jimmy Sakovic.
That's just incredible, man, the hard work that these teams put in. And Brian Pez is working alongside with his son Cole. Pez is just something else to watch how hard they work and how you said a valve was done. That means they had to get a cylinder head, obviously, on that thing.
Yeah, they had to dig some parts out of the trailer, go through that thing, make sure that they didn't miss anything. And again, when they got into the internals of the fix-up, it was a lot more to fix than they had originally thought, but they was able to get that done. That just shows the strength of that team, Brandon Pez, and the other help they have on that Imperial Construction car. Here we go with Jim Sakovic and Justin Jones.
On paper, you got one of the greatest races ever of the weekend right here. 73 for the kid Jones, 72 for Sakovic. And their qualifying attempts, 5 and 4. They're right there knocking on the door. This is going to be a hole shot here. Whoever gets a hole shot, if these both run to par, look out. Watch that tree. Get the win on the top end. Wow! Wow, he didn't have it. They reversed their tune right there. How about 372? 203 miles per hour. Brandon Pez puts that new piece in there, and it really shows off for the Weatherford, Texas team.
There was no way that Jim Sakovich and that team come up here taking them lightly, because Justin Jones and that team very solid, very good workers, very good mechanics. And I'm talking about these guys lead. They're within 2,060. They're also they're within 100th at the 330. They finally find the 8th mile, and Justin getting there by 300s. And to finish the margin of victory, 4,000 separated both cars when you take in the reaction time into play. But again, after all that effort, the Justin Jones Imperial Construction team getting it done and winning here in round 2, Midwest Pro Mod.
All right, we need top sportsmen to the lanes, please. Top sportsmen to the lanes. 7-0 Pro Gas to the lanes. 7-0 final in Pro Gas to the lanes, please. What a job. Chad Green, there they are. They got to be pumped up, man. They love coming here to the Midwest Pro Mod Series. Pat Musey down there, he's been on a winning streak since I think he stole his neighbor's little red wagon when he was a kid. You know?
I'll tell you what, again, that was a great round of competition right there. It goes to show you how strong those customers are and how just being able to qualify for this race will put you in a position to win or lose. And just being able to make the qualifying field, there's a lot of things that change as we go through these rounds. And that was one upset right there that happened with the Jones family taking out Sakovich. Here we roll into our Midwest Pro Mods Slammers class.
Round 2. And remember, some of the losers that from round 1 could butt their way in.
That's right. You can get, if you lose round 1 in Midwest Pro Mod regular race, you automatically can buy yourself a
Kind of a unique matchup here is you've got the supercharged entry over there, the Cunningham family, Tommy Cunningham out of Murray, Kentucky, and you got Keith Haney over there on a drag radial tire, racing in competition today.
So they definitely have the capability over there with Brandon Schweitzer and those guys. They worked at it. This is one of the toughest hills to climb to run a radial tire on a slick prep racetrack, and which is what we have for Pro Mod. You saw when we spray and we prep the racetrack with a lot of glue for X275 and LDR. That's what this car would normally want. Well, when we get to Pro Mod, that glue is kind of knocked back off. We drag it, we rotate it, we knock it back down for the big slick tire to be able to go down that thing. And so to be able to get a radial, a hold of this racetrack over here in the left lane, Brandon Dim got their work cut out for him, but he's got the right man for the job over there with the Keith Haney team.
You know, if it makes any difference that the radial tire cars are going pretty damn fast over there in the left lane just moments ago, they may have enough left on that track for this car. Keep your eye on Keith Haney. They said they can get that thing in the 380s, he told me. Running this weekend on that tire out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Keep your eye on the man who brought you the Midwest Pro Mod Series in the left lane. Cunningham, I'm so proud of this family. They're running the 380s here today. Now they're in the Slammers category, trying to get around the man who made it possible for them to even race here. Here we go. I'm telling you what, man, did Cunningham do a good job of getting that thing stopped. He was going hard left right at the stripe at 384.
Tommy had his handful. That thing leaves, stays down on the tire, finally hops out on the tire up there about 100, 200 foot out. And when it does, it starts to drive itself to the left like it's going to take out the 8th mile cone. Tommy sticks with it, gets the chutes out, but he ends up getting there first in front of Keith and does a good job doing it.
Absolutely. Keith's 404 and 192 miles per hour is no slouch either. Under the old drag radial car doing what it could do. Brandon Schweitzer and company, he's going through the paperwork to see what happened. But Tommy Cunningham coming back. He's got a tough deal to go here through this Slammers category because there are some fast guys left. One being this man on the right side, John Stoper. Neosho, Missouri based CUDA, 1971 Hemi. Bring it to life. Top sportsmen to the lanes, please. Top sportsmen, we need you in the lanes, please. that top sportsman. We need you in the lanes. Top sportsman to the lanes right now. Here comes Kryptonite. So, Lonnie, did you take your Flintstone vitamins this morning?
I did. It took them pretty early.
Good for you. Me too.
Mike Bradley's got plans for his kryptonite to John Stouffer's Superman. We're going to see if that works out for Bradley. They've had a tough time getting a hold of the boost ramp on this turbo car. Wants to go out, shake the tire. If they can get it A to B, they got something for John Stouffer, but John Stouffer, a very solid team. We'll look forward to see what they're going to put on the board. My pick, John Stouffer.
Here comes Stouffer on the right side. Watch Kryptonite getting up on the chip. Lights it up. Another phenomenal run of 373.2, 196 miles per hour. They go to the 60 at .956, down to the split at 2.502. Gets that 373, 196 victory there for John Stouffer and team. And it would be another car that would just be a treat to see go to a final, man. I mean, that car has worked so well the last few outings, wouldn't it?
It is. That to say that a team has a lot of data, a lot of runs, and a lot of information, they feel very comfortable with that car. That would be John Stouffer's car. Those guys have made some very solid runs. They're doing a good job every time they come up here and try to go A to B. They've managed to do that. That Mike Bradley team, for what those numbers have shown on the board and what his performance has been here this weekend, that is a little bit wrong. That thing is way more capable. That team will be back, and they'll be back stronger than ever. Again, we appreciate them coming up from Rogersville, Missouri.
I'm telling you, I love their Salisbury steaks and their lasagna.
They are. Hey, there's a bunch of good cooks here, that's for sure.
Stouffer's, I mean, there's one of my favorites. Lonnie Grimm, I just got smacked in the back of the head and I feel like I'm in 7th grade again.
Swan's truck, not the Stouffer truck.
Oh, really? Remember the Swan's truck?
That's good. That's right.
Yep, the old Swan's truck.
And that Stouffer stuff, 3 minutes in the microwave, it works really good.
It just brings me back to high school, the Salisbury steak with the mashed potato.
That's right, tastes just like it did off the cafeteria line.
There you go, Ed Emerson coming up. Now Ed got back in there and the thing seemed to run good, man. It went 394. He got the thing into the 3-second zone. I think Ed is the Russian team, if I'm not mistaken, that came here and tested months ago. He got the car dialed in, got his license and all. And Tony Williams, on the other hand, he's got to be pumped. He's going to round number 2 here at the Slammers. He's run a 91 with a 1. Got the car figured out. You know, it's only a 2-man team, Tony and his buddy.
Yeah, Tony and his buddy do a great job. Again, you got Cody Barclays over there with Starline Motorsports helping that Emerson bunch. They don't have a lot of laps in this car, but what they are showing is being really good, moving forward, making good runs.
He went to sleep, and I mean Doan's pill sleep over there on the right side. 334 for Tony Williams. He got to see the jump of Emerson. He went 083 on the tree, and then problems for Emerson. And then it was all Tony Williams with his foot in the throttle, man. I'll tell you what, he got on the CB and said, hey, to his buddy, did you see that? Yep, we just got the lucky stick right there out of Millington, Tennessee. 389, fastest run so far of the weekend at 193, Lonnie.
Yeah, Ed Emerson is one of the happiest people in the world for the first 0.2 of a second of that race, because he was a good bit ahead, Tony Williams, leaving the starting line. But again, Sandman making solid runs from A to B, even though he was late at the reaction time. He still gets to the finish line to take that round win in the Slammers class.
That's right. That's the guys that didn't get a chance to win first round or qualify for the main event in the Midwest Pro Modified Series. And it looks like Mike Riccia is going to get a chance here, and I'm so glad to see that. They had X275, Mickey Thompson, X275 to the lanes. Mickey Thompson, X275 to the lanes, please. And as what I was saying, I'm so glad to see Riccia and the company still hanging around. They get a shot here at the Slammers deal. I didn't know what leaked or if anything leaked. We watched that in the first round, but they didn't have any puddles down here. But you know what? They're here for business, and the business is to win this second chance.
No, it's exactly right. So between just after that first round, I made my way down to their pit spot. Always want to make sure that we're making the right call on the racetrack, and I support the guys that work for us, and we call our crew, our starter, our eyes in the tower, our top end at the scales. But nonetheless, I made my way down to the Ricci camp just to make sure that everything was more than okay, and that they did find what the problem was, and it was. They did have an oil line that had a small issue, had a small hose, and it was only making a little bit of oil come out of it at pressure when the motor was running. So again, a good call or a good find on our part. Sometimes when the driver and the crew is in there, you're just trying to get the win or have the opportunity. And we're all about safety here. And there was a good call made. Again, I went down and visited with those guys, and they were at the end of the day, they're more than grateful that we shut that car off.
Yeah, those are good people, man. And I give them the props here and good luck to them. You know, you got Carl Stevens Jr. down there who will have his shot again next week at trying to capture the World Series of Pro Mod on the mountain. And wasn't his weekend here.
Get Emerson. He's still down there. Yeah, we got Ed Emerson didn't quite make it to the gate down there, so crew is just now arriving on site to grab a hold of that car, get it off the racetrack, and we'll be back here. We'll be back here in action in just a moment.
With a single, I believe. It'll be a single pass for Ricci, AgriFresh Produce, and his son down there standing on the starting line. He said he kept Hamster up late last night, sitting on the portable bar, driving around with the little bar, but Hamster showed him, I guess. Said, I'll get you guys. Well, we'll find out. Here we go. Mike Ricci, Chicago, Illinois. The real deal when you talk about Scotch, bourbon, and cigars right here. Look at that.
The problem is don't try to outdrink the guy who owns the bar.
Oh, man. And Ricci said, I'm going, it was like 1:30, he goes, I'm going to bed, man. And I wasn't even on the thing. I was just sitting there watching this all take place. And the Hamster was just like, hey, what up?
Little mold.
Yeah, with the chairs on there, with the bar pulling them around, having a good time.
I think that's why they have pedals on them in Nashville. That helps keep you sober.
I wonder if that one had pedals.
I don't think so. They just tow it around.
All right, so Mike Ricci now and the team down there will get a single pass here just to go into the next round of the Slammers. Wow, 381. Did you see that thing? It was like he had a blinker on going left. He said, oh no, that's not the off-ramp.
Went 750 feet to miss the cone by an inch. Still goes 381, obviously 183, stepping off the throttle a little bit early. But the early numbers are decent.
Oh, they are.
254. They'll have something they can work with, go back, tune it up, and come on back for our next round.
Yeah, that 966 shows that they're in the game right there, so. They're going to get the time slip, they'll go pick him up, they'll go get it prepped up for the next round of the Slammers, which will be round number 3 as we move right into a test run right here for Todd Moyer, right? So top sportsmen should be in the lanes. Top sportsmen should be in the lanes, please.
Are you okay? I didn't start to say you need help. I got lightsabers.
There he is out of the water puddle. You can see he got crossed up a little bit. You know, he did that earlier. I didn't like his run up the last time he was up in the eliminations. That thing just went hard left, man. And he stayed with it.
Yeah, so again, that was a little farther down track. The turbo cars they're some of the most difficult to get them to hop up on the tire in the burnout. They don't want to spin the tire. They need a little boost. So it's difficult to get the RPMs up, the turbos to spool up so you can get the tires to turn. It's amazing the power that those things make when they do get spooled up, but sometimes we see those things have a little problem in the water bucket.
So he's got it running still, quiet as can be. Sort of like Dana this weekend, quiet as can be.
They found their problem or their struggle throughout the weekend was nothing more than a good one and a fairly expensive one, but a bad tire pressure gauge.
Really?
Yep. So what it was telling them was not what it really was. So they ended up comparing it to a couple other teams' gauges. Now I've got another gauge holding those fat tires on this car, and they think that that has been their problem all weekend.
So no kidding, they had the wrong air pressure in there.
Exactly.
That could explain that burnout and why that thing's pulling hard left.
Well, so now they hope they got a new tire gauge, and so they hope this thing is fixed, and we'll see it back to its performance level going A to B.
That explains a lot to me about tire gauges, because let them make the run, I'll tell you. That thing's violent. Man, is that car bad. That car's got a mind of its own. I mean, that thing is violent. It just comes to life and hang on. It's almost like you got to have no walls at a 4-wide to get that thing through there.
So you do. So there are a lot of things right here. There's a lot of questions going through that team's mind right now. If it was a brand new car, you'd say it just needs a little chassis adjustment, either a little more rear steer or a little more top right bar. In this case, that's a very veteran car. If there's been no recent changes made in the chassis, nothing's loose, they might want to start looking for a component that is given up a little bit, maybe a Heim joint, maybe a crack in an roll, and so something will cause that thing to start making left-hand turns. But when they're brand new, the more power you put in them, the harder left they're going to go. But in that car, they'll probably go back and find where the problem lays elsewhere.
Yeah, something like you said, a crack in a Heim joint or something, or anti-roll bar not working right. Could be. Well, we're going to go to Top Dragster, brought to you by the wonderful people of Dragstar. Raystar, excuse me, Raystar Wheels, and we thank them. They're on the ground today, and right over to show their products. So Raystar Wheels, thank you for giving us the sponsorship. Mr. Bennett, who I didn't see here this weekend. Story still in the deal on a Seabury, Kentucky. The 449 predicted performance to the 397 of Peebler. Peebler will be in the left lane. The reaction time to the right side should get it. 061 to the left lane. 452 on a 49. Three off the number, 97, goes on a 97 to the whole shot, man. Got all the numbers there, the reaction time, 020 to an 061 for Peeler. And the win light going to Story. He'll be back for another round of the top dragster category. Philip Oakley out of Philpott, Kentucky will be in the right side. So the fine people at Dragstar Race Wheels. Again, we're on the grounds here with all their beautiful product in that trailer way out to the west side of the pits. Big thank you to them for bringing us all the action right here in Top Dragster. Here we go. It's going to be Philip Oakley, your number one qualifier out of Philpott, Kentucky, and in the left lane, Eric Bonewell. Number 13, he came in to qualify throughout the weekend. Watch him. 63 with a 4 on the front of it and a 378. Oh, there's parts and something flying off to the right side. That wasn't good. 495 on a 378, and Philip Oakley had something break on that car. I saw parts almost ricochet off of the starting wall and or the opposite wall and come back. So that was just a breather that came off the car, according to the track officials down there. So that may came off the car in the left lane. Eric Bonewell's machine out of Terre Haute, Indiana, who got the win at 476 and a 463. 017 on the reaction time. Oakley looked like he was going to have the thing covered. 010, 010. His reaction time, 102 to a 110 in the 60 foot. And then that's when the problem started, right after 60 feet. He had to shut that thing down. So, Philip Oakley will not advance, but Eric Bonewell will. The number 13 qualifier takes out number 1, David and Goliath, going at it right there. As we should have top sportsmen in the lanes. Top sportsmen should be in the lanes, please.
Hey Brad, how are you on X275?
All right, X275 should be in the lanes. X275, Mickey Thompson, X275. Streetcar Supernationals bringing you all the small tire deal. X275, you should be in the lanes, please.
We got a guy working for us.
And Philip Oakley, the engine builder of his own deal there, the Oakley 540 in the car, down there against the wall, and I believe they got to pull him off, so we're waiting on that down on the top end. And his 2019 Miller-built chassis dragster.
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our camshafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At CompCams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. CompCams, no comparison.
When you're trying to extract every ounce of performance from your carbureted LS combination, Holley's new race-bred split design intake manifold makes it possible. Typically found only in the most expensive race intakes, Holley's single-plane split design intake manifold allows you to directly access the internal plenum and port surfaces. Custom porting and port matching is now that much easier. Now you can access all the difficult-to-reach areas with a die grinder. These fit all GM LS1, LS2, LS6 cathedral port cylinder heads. Not only are these lighter than other split manifolds, we've also added extra material at the base of the runners for nitrous or methanol nozzles. By incorporating shoulder bolt locators and a captured O-ring seal, reassembly is easy and precise. The single plane manifold provides optimal performance across the entire RPM range, providing maximum performance up to 7,000 plus RPM depending on your engine combination. The 4150 style square bore flange accepts carburetors or throttle body EFI units. Vacuum ports are built into the carb flange of the manifold for easy vacuum line hookup. Holley's new single plane split design intake will allow you to take your performance to the next level. Thanks for watching. For more information on Holley products, visit our website at holley.com.
The 9-inch rear end from 1957 through 87 Fords became the staple of drag racing. But when horsepower levels increased, its shortcomings were evident. So Mark Williams Enterprises developed the industry's first modular aluminum 9-inch rear end. Refined over the years, today's bulletproof 9-inch modular housings can also accommodate 9.5 and 10-inch pitch diameter gears and 4-link centers as narrow as 16 inches. 12-bolt GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to markwilliams.com. 12-bolt GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to Mark Williams.
Running your number 415 with a 3 and a 415 down to the right side. Boy, Dan Krause, Levady, Missouri, he definitely got it dialed in. Foley, 85 was 86 with a 3, 032 on the reaction time, and Phelps was just right on his game. I mean, totally on his game. Danny Nelson, that's right, out of Batesville, Arkansas. That's where you're from, right?
So just down the road about 90 miles.
That's not bad. Double 09 red, but did you see how rich? Was that just unburnt fuel or what?
That thing was fat, yeah.
Gosh, 389. He ran his number too. He's just feeding it in, keeping the cylinders cool on that deal for Tim Papp. For Danny Nelson, though, 380 on an 80, man, there's a guy looking for a paycheck at the end of the day, top dragster.
Yeah, we need to send Danny some Starbucks before he comes back for next round. 61 on the bulb, maybe with a 900s crossover difference, he may have saw that red light on the other side. But that thing goes 965 down low, 252, 380. This thing would run right beside most of our Slammers Class Pro mods this weekend. And again, taking that round win, looking for him to come back.
Isn't it something when you start saying it? I mean, you know, you got a 1,600-pound car. LDR, limited drag radio.
You don't like me anymore?
Radio, limited drag radio, we need you in the lanes. Limited drag radio to the lanes, please. Top Sportsman's next, right? We're out there lined up.
Yeah, Top Sportsman coming out from underneath the tower. Again, I want to take time from on behalf of Midwest Pro Mods and our organization. Want to say thank you to our Top Dragster and Top Sportsman supporters this weekend that had many choices of where to go race. And they showed up here with us in St. Louis at Worldwide Technologies Raceway.
Hi, Graham. Where are you headed to next?
Roadkill Nights on Woodward.
Oh, that's right. God, that's got to be cool.
I've been there since the inception of that event. We sold it to Dodge, sold the mayor on the idea that we could close, and that is Michigan Highway number 1. Highway in the United States of America is called Woodward Avenue.
No kidding. Where they have the big car show and what do you actually have a drag race on it?
Yeah, so Woodward Cruise is another week away. That's the huge car show that really just goes down through the parking lot. But we actually close a mile of Woodward Avenue, and we'll be street racing. Tom Bailey, Jeff Lutz has been there before. A lot of guys out of Drag Week are coming. Anyway, we'll have big tire and small tire. Give $10,000 away for those things. And we'll have Matt Hagan and Leah Pritchett down the road with their Top Fuel and Funny car. Again, Roadkill Nights next week in Detroit, Pontiac, Michigan.
That is something else. Man, that's the real deal right there. If you want to go see some street racing. So Orby, there it is, Orby again out of Collierville, Tennessee. Illinois, I want to say. That's Collinsville. That's Collierville, Tennessee. The 2018 Chevrolet on nitrous oxide in the right lane. He's going to have his hands full here. The number 1 qualifier, Andy Johnson. Fast car, that 55 Chevrolet. But let's see if the Orby can do it. Wow, Johnson got out of the groove or something. That thing just went sideways. He had to shut it off. So, and Orby busts out at 447 out of 48. Look at that, by 0.02 of a second too fast. Robbie Orby. God, that one's going to hurt when he sees the time slip. Robbie Orby goes too quick out of Tennessee in his 18 Camaro. Giving the win to Andrew Johnson, the number 1 qualifier. 77 flat 118 with a car going all over the place out of 394. So we'll get a chance to come right back. Here's our next two here in Top Sportsman. Bob Galletti, Tumble, Texas, 67 Shelby. Big shout out to Colton Jordan. Loves this guy, Bob Galletti. Says, man, he's one of his heroes. Colton Jordan is also a standing voice on any given day for the Midwest Pro Mod Series. It's good to have him down there listening, saying he wishes he was here in the great state of Illinois. Here comes Kirk Pipekey coming up in the left lane. Pipekey over there in the Pontiac, the 457. He says, I'll go 456 in this run. His Top Sportsman car now jumping in ever so gently. Watch Galletti, man. Galletti is a tough customer. Very tough when it comes to Top Sportsman. Here we go. Galletti on a 009 lead on the light. 028 ratchet time for Pipekey. Galletti goes 009, goes 99.1 in the 60. 269 and a 410 to wrap that thing up at 174 miles per hour. Bob Galletti advances in Top Sportsman. Here's a single pass for Rich Smith due to breakage for Dan Wilson. Wilson's Neon could not make the call. So Rich Smith will take this single. Broken by at a 418 right here in the right lane. 622 cubic inches of Chevrolet on board. You know, one of the highlights of tonight was the chance to talk with the ProFab family up here, Jeffrey. They were so nice of them to come on up and chat a little bit, talk a little bit about all the action that's going on at ProFab and how the people are building some great cars for some good customers. It was nice to talk to them. So, Bob Mandel, you got good kids, man. Keep it going strong. Keep those 55s just coming out of the assembly line all you can. Here we go. Single pass, Rich Smith. No relation to Will. The one and only Will Smith. Oh, look at that. You see that?
100
Wow. So Rich Smith will coast down there, and he'll go to the next round, but 699, 89 miles per hour, that is a food for thought, wondering about what went on right there as they blasted the tire off. They'll get their chance. We have the
With 7-0 final.
So limited drag radial should be in the lanes. You guys get ready to make your second debut, and it's some good drag racing, man. Some great drag racing, some great families out there. X275 brought to you by Mickey Thompson Tires. I think the final of the Nostalgia Drag Racing Pro category is coming up. It'll be the 7-0 final right here for the Nostalgia Drag Racing League and their category of Pro Gas 7-0-7-0. Michael Sexton and Corey Millett. Piqua, Ohio and Bloomington, Indiana will take it on. The Indiana-based racing team will be on the right side. That front engine 470 cubic inch Hemi. And the NFP FED dragster, the 07 model year was built. Taking on the Alter 32 Phantom Roadster or the 540 Chevrolet. This is your 7-0 final for Pro Gas. Here they go. Michael Sexton will back up. Prepare to battle that little car in the left lane. That car looks wicked, man. Nice summer night, Worldwide Technology Raceway Park, and we get a chance to hear some alcohol going through the small block, actually big block in the left lane, and the small Hemi 470 cubic inch Hemi in the right lane. They sound good. It's going to be a heads-up run of 7 seconds. So it's going to be a lot to do with the tree. Here we go. Trying to look at that. We'll do it, man. Corey Millett on a hole shot. Well, he wins at 7:02, but I mean, he got the hole shot 0:17 to an 0:33. Millett was out there by a whole bunch in 60 feet. Got the charge, and at 230 feet, he had him by one. And what a run. Down to the 8th, he had him by a couple, and Millett showing his deal right there. Piqua, Ohio, the 32 Bantam. Taking a victory at 7:02.4, 187. Qualified at 7:02.8 for the category today. 7:05.5, they were quicker at 7:01.2 in qualifying, Michael Sexton was. But that was your final for the Pro Gas guys, and I'll tell you what, thank you to thank you to the Nostalgia Drag Racing League. Thank you to all they did. A real nice show that they put on. Recommended to see them at any track. They go to Bowling Green, Norwalk, Michigan, I believe. All right, always a treat to have some of the best out of the state of St. Louis and Illinois or wherever they hail come up to the, I still want to call it the Gateway Racetrack. I'm sorry. I haven't been here since they changed the name, and it's kind of hard, the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Yeah, it's hard for us, too, as racer for a long time. We should call it Gateway. Yeah, you've been here forever, right? John DeFlorian in the house, man, the guy that is taking, and I know he's got a lot of love, and this guy's very sincere. He's not one of those guys, look at me. And when he gets proud, he gets proud. It's well and deserved. Watching you on live feed at PDRA or NHRA, going down there, and when the crew comes to you, that's like the old days. See, they don't do that stuff anymore. You notice that? Yeah, that's true. The guy comes down. That was like the days, man, when
Yeah, you get so pumped up and racing in your Mountain Motor Pro Stock, your Jerry Haas built machine, right?
Thank you. It's a big deal when you go to one of those races and, you know, have a little success and some good things happen. I kind of just lose my mind at the other end because of it, because it's been a lifelong dream just to go racing, period.
That's something, and you every day for, I don't know how many years you worked for Jerry Haas.
It's the 31.
All right, so 31 years. And that puts you back, what, your 30s, 20s?
Yeah, that puts me back in my 20s. I'm an old guy now.
Oh, me too. I think we're around the same age group. But I would say all those years that you go in every day and you do your job and you're a perfectionist at your job, because I've heard that you run a great ship. You like to keep everything going good, keep the customers happy, and I've watched you at testings, and you do the same thing. But just to know when you got the car going, I watched you in the Pro Nitrous car back in the day. The Corvette. And you got some wheel time in there, but man, you're one of the guys that says, man, if you gave me a couple $1 billion, I'd do it every day.
Yeah, there's no doubt. If I could do it every day, I'd do it every day. Yes, absolutely.
But you did well. You did well. You won, how many have you won in NHRA 2 or 3?
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our cam shafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At CompCams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. CompCams, no comparison.
When you're trying to extract every ounce of performance from your carbureted LS combination, Holley's new race-bred split design intake manifold makes it possible. Typically found only in the most expensive race intakes, Holley's single-plane split design intake manifold allows you to directly access the internal plenum and port surfaces. Custom porting and port matching is now that much easier. Now you can access all the difficult-to-reach areas with a die grinder. These fit all GM LS1, LS2, LS6 cathedral port cylinder heads. Not only are these lighter than other split manifolds, we've also added extra material at the base of the runners for nitrous or methanol nozzles. By incorporating shoulder bolt locators and a captured O-ring seal, reassembly is easy and precise. The single-plane manifold provides optimal performance across the entire RPM range, providing maximum performance up to 7,000 plus RPM depending on your engine combination. The 4150 style square bore flange accepts carburetors or throttle body EFI units. Vacuum ports are built into the carb flange of the manifold for easy vacuum line hookup. Holley's new single plane split design intake will allow you to take your performance to the next level. Thanks for watching. For more information on Holley products, visit our website at holley.com.
The 9-inch rear end from 1957 through 87 Fords became the staple of drag racing. But when horsepower levels increased, its shortcomings were evident. So Mark Williams Enterprises developed the industry's first modular aluminum 9-inch rear end. Refined over the years, today's bulletproof 9-inch modular housings can also accommodate 9.5 and 10-inch pitch diameter gears and 4-link centers as narrow as 16 inches. 12-bolt GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to markwilliams.com. 12-bolt GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to markwilliams.com.
beautiful car. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look at it, but it's kind of cool to see that, you know, everything turned circle. We're wearing blue jeans again, not wearing khakis with the guy from State Farm. You know what I'm saying? No, everything went circle, but it makes it better, and there's more safety about it, and everything's great.
Right, and you know, let's face it, there's nothing wrong with seeing some cool old cars out. I mean, whether it's old Chevy 2 Novas or old Mustangs or Camaros or whatever, it's awesome. It's where we kind of started at. If you go way back when this thing started, you know, drag
Brings
racing.
me to the Roadrunner. You get that done. You put it on your list, man, of something. Just start something. Get some primers.
That's it. That's it.
Come and just look at it and say, you know what, I was 17, man.
Yeah,
I want to be 87.
That's right.
I want to be in my 60s and drive that car.
That's a fact. I need to do that. You know, it was my first car. I bought one. I was 15 years old and still got it. So it's pretty crazy. How many people got their first car?
Yeah, that's incredible. I know one guy that I can really say he does is my friend Ken Ardito. He lives in Illinois, Chicago. When he's 14, I got the pictures in a 58 convertible Chevy that my dad brought home. He did the work. The thing's beautiful today. And it's always worked through his childhood, you know, when he got it painted and got older. 396, big block, and just a cool car. When you get in, it's got the smell of the old car.
That's what's awesome, yeah. That's what's cool.
I think of that every time I see you. I go, hope some. And I didn't know you were here, and I saw the blue one. Oh, yeah. I hope John, I know this guy John's got one of these. I hope he redoes it.
Yeah.
And makes it his car again.
It is, yeah. It's on my to-do list.
That's good. But I want to thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me up.
You're a great guy, and I wish you the best and wherever you go in your next pro stock adventure.
Yeah, we might go and do a little PDRA here at the end of the year and, you know, get a little bit more racing in before the snow flies.
There you go.
Thanks again, buddy.
Awesome
Appreciate
deal.
it. Take
What
care.
a great guy. John DeFlorian, Haas Racing, and Haas Chassis down there, and someone you just should know. Just go ahead and Google him. Watch some of the videos, man. Awesome stuff.
All right, so John Davidson, I apologize to the cowboy down there. I missed that last pairing right there. And it's not the Shelby family, but it's close to it, isn't it? From California. Those are Texans walking back there with Billy's tune-up. That was Hubbard. I believe he got the win there. I won't say it for sure because I missed it, and I apologize. John Davidson, Kevin Brown. This is Mickey Thompson, X275, drag radio. And now, you know what? Now it's a good time to hear John.
I want to get John's opinion. He didn't leave, which is cool. Hang out, drag radio. Doesn't it freak you out?
Oh, it's crazy.
But these little tires, I mean, watch Mark Mickey run today.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast those things are in those little tires. Incredible.
400 pounds, you went 371.
Yeah.
You could have qualified third for the Pro Mod.
Yeah, how would you like that, huh?
I just can't get that through. You know, it's like, and it's understandable. I mean, when you watch what you need, a drag radio car just forward thrust, you know, the thing just forward, it goes out. You guys need rotation with those big tires a little bit to get them going.
Yeah, a lot different. But who would have ever thought you would see little tiny tire cars out there running that fast? I'd never thought you would have, but they do.
But that, you know, because you were always groomed, even as a kid, oh, I got bigger tires. You got to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You spin those biased points from here to the next town. But these cars are incredible. You get a chance. Wait till a few more. Don't go anywhere because there's a few of these I want you to see. One of them's coming up here shortly. But John Davidson, Topeka, Kansas. He's getting all dialed in. I like that when you got 4 inches left and your guy's still telling you go left.
Yeah, that's not the time to adjust.
Oh, man. So he's making the adjustment, purging the nitrous oxide. Devin Brown will be over there out of Mount Vernon, Missouri. His 01 Chevrolet Camaro. LS 465 cubic inches plane. Here we go. Devin's in. Now it's all up to John Davidson.
Bad day there.
What that is, that was just the missing of the reed to the carburetor, I think. You know, sometimes when it gets cool outside, I don't know how cool is it out there right now? Is it still in the 80s?
Yeah, it's still pretty warm out.
Oh,
It's actually really nice out.
So they just had themselves a little bit of a backfire. You could see it out of the flames out of the exhaust. It was like lingering, didn't it?
Yeah, the headers definitely had a different story there to tell.
So that thing didn't want no part of it. And Devin Brown, on the other hand, 485-143 will advance to another round of Mickey Thompson X275. And I think it's limited drag radial if you have a moment to wait and hang around.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to leave him here?
No, I'm glad you reminded me.
I didn't want that. Josh. So that's his name's Pete, so I nicknamed him Pete Squash. So watch my truck as I go to type. He come up, Pete Squash. Good old Frankie does it. Yeah, Pete Squash. He's like, Josh Squash got the big beady top here, the baseball head. There you go. Great picture. Yeah. Yeah. That automatically comes up on my phone. That group is awesome. Thank you. They are really good group. And thank you for taking these. Oh, man. No, that man came up here, this gentleman, right here, Hey, yep. He came up there and he was talking out there. Oh, yeah. He goes, that's my right. He's so straight and fair with everybody. Some doesn't like to stay in and take all the lunch and get. We're all the same. It's so great. So I mean, thanks. It takes someone like that to be the guy. Yeah, somebody's got to take the hit. Yeah, I hope it's not like that. No, but they're really good. I mean, you get it every now and then. You know how it is. Yeah. You get a little bit. Yeah, they're good. But it is cool. You don't go. Oh yeah. Let's talk about that. It's a great school. I'll let you guys get back to work. You did a great job. Anyway, John, so here's another battle. Watch the little white car. I don't know how much, did you get a chance to watch any drag radial this weekend?
Yeah, we try to take a little bit of that in. That's good stuff.
Watch the white car, Matlock. This is what I call science. Now, I hope it doesn't do what the puppy does when you tell them to shake your hand, right?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
With Mark Mickey, I was telling everybody, watch this car, and then crapped on the carpet on me. But check this out. Man, what about that? 450, 458. Look at, he runs right on his qualifying numbers. 159, Randy Matlock. And I said over and over again, if you watch the show, you know, they had a Crown Vic in the show in Matlock. But
yeah, right.
He really has figured out how to make this Mustang run. And congratulations, Todd Bennett. Todd's car's going left for some reason. I'm telling you, I'm watching it here, and she don't look happy, but you know what? You had a great weekend. You came out, you had fun. Your buddy's got a Corona and a water bottle. What more could you ask for?
I love it.
So, John, we got limited drag radial coming. I wanted you to wait out so you can watch this black Mustang and see how fast some of these guys really approach this deal. And it's sick. It is. Yeah, look, you get down there, you got to make a track adjustment to your clutch. You got to make sure the gear ratio's right. You got to go through all that when you go to a different track.
Yeah, a lot of changes.
Notes from when you've been there before, you see if the weather's the same, and go through all that stuff.
There's a lot of that goes on. You know, I mean, people don't realize that, you know, tracks are different, elevations are different, weather's different, you know, so you got to make a lot of changes. to adapt to them.
Well, I was up with Lonnie Grimm, and he kept saying we were watching Todd Moyer's car, and it gets out there and just drives left. I mean, hard. And Lonnie brought up a good point. You know, I said, man, they're just having problems with the chassis on that thing. And he said, you know, that could be like a cracked time joint. That could be something that is opening up as it's, you know, putting pressure. And
that could be something real minor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're, you know,
trying to find them sometimes is a nightmare.
Yeah, can you believe that? It's almost like, hey, let's just put all new ones in and see.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's expensive, but it's something that you don't have to deal with if you're you know, looking for one break. And I'm telling you what, all the years in drag racing announcing, I seen a guy one year on a ladder bar break the pine joint off the end when he left the line.
Yeah.
It didn't affect it till he let off. He was in an automatic. When he let off, my God, that car just took off and went one way, and that old man had his hands full with that thing.
Yeah, that's when it got real ugly.
Yeah, because then it was broke, complete.
Yeah.
You know, and then when it came out from being in the bracket, that thing said no.
Yeah, that had to be a bad day.
Yeah, it was a bad day, and it was a beautiful car with the aluminum fenders, the factory. And then
what a shame.
Of that deal. And it's just part of drag racing, right? I mean, you go out, you never expect it, but you always want to have the safest stuff with you.
Yeah, you always kind of try to prepare for whatever might happen, but you try to make sure you got all the things in place that you can have in place, and do all your work and be diligent about looking the cars over and trying to be on top of it.
What's it look like for next year for your category? I mean, I know you got PDRA, and thankfully they kept you guys alive, and gave you a place to race. But what does it look like on the other end?
It's looking really good.
Talks like there's something in the meetings. Maybe.
Yeah. We got a lot of things in the works, and looks like those are probably going to have 6 races next year, possibly 8, and with the NHRA deal. So we're excited about it. Looking forward to it.
That'll keep you busy. So if any of you guys out there that have corporations, you don't want to give that to the government, John's up here and he'll do your taxes for you.
That's right. Yeah. We're always looking for financial support. That's for sure.
It's true. And with a guy like you, you're going to get 100% back. So to anybody that wants to help with John DeFlorian, because I know he's not the guy who goes out there and writes up the newspaper and tells you, but I'm telling you, you'll get 100% back. Hard-working team, great team, lives like it used to be back in the day, and I'd love to see that. I'd love to see the, so what? Today I get that feeling. Some guys just go down there, we did it.
But, unfortunately, that is the case with some of them, and some of them are in a situation where, they can go and do this because they're in a position to be able to, financially. And, some of us are out here doing it because it's a passion. It's what we live for,
Do you remember your first drag race?
Yeah. Funny part about it is, not on the street, I guess I should say. Yeah, that's the way it was back then.
I mean, but you go way back. When you say that, and I'm not condoning that. I'd say no. Go to the strip. But back then, man, and where I grew up, you could see the country. You could see headlights coming for miles. And that one guy who left the gin mill never turned his headlights on. And that stuff can happen, but I can remember that back in the day, doing a few of those races.
Yeah, a lot of street racing took place. That's where a lot of those cars start.
I was watching. I'll get back to asking you when you remember yours, but I was watching on the cable of the auctioneer. What is the guy's name that auctions everyone's cars off? The big company. It's from Illinois, I believe. That's where I'm at with the deal. But he's going to auction off all those old race cars, those Sox cars, and they had a show on just the other day ago about all that. And that guy bought like Richard Petty's car. And he knew he was going to buy the right cars, and now today he's enjoyed them. He wants to sell them.
Yeah.
And they said that one guy they were interviewing said Chrysler took cars and purposely would give them to guys that they go to, like you said, on Woodward Avenue, and they see the big street racer, and they gave him a Hemi Challenger.
Yeah.
And they said it's set up. Things should run 1090s, and they purposely let him go out race that deal so kids would see it and want to buy it. I want to have a car like that.
Yeah,
that's something else.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I mean, think about
stuff that went on back then.
Yeah, I mean, that's just some incredible stuff. But I watched that show, and it'll come to me here. I think it's Meekum. Is it Meekum?
Yeah, Meekum Auto Auction.
One of those guys, he's going to auction off all those Sox and Martin cars, and that guy has such a collection of beautiful cars.
Yeah, it'd be
Gentleman.
a shame to see it broken up, but it probably will be.
Oh yeah, someone's going to want one. I think the world's changing when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people aren't buying the whole deal. Let's go right back to Alan Phelps down here, Bowling Green, Kentucky, this 91 Mustang. Your number 2 qualifier, and there is Bo Booyah. That's the AES powered machine. LSX, 400 cubic inches of it. These guys run very well. You know, we had Tony Schroeder up here with Samuel Schroeder and his beautiful family up here talking to them about their power plants, and Bo Booyah out of Gilbert, Illinois, running some of that power. Now they'll get their chance right here to see if they can prevail against Phelps. Number 2 qualifier. Now, if you look at the difference, man, you're talking, what, 2,500s? There's a big jump here. Bo Booyah is going to need everything he's got if he's been hiding it all day. If he's got something, he better have it ready in the computer or whatever he's putting it in. So this is where we're going to go. X275 right here in this round. Keep your eye on it. Ford versus Chevrolet, man. Well, Bo knows that he can get a 10th out of it, right? 60 to a 50, and a 4.4444 is the elapsed time for Alan Phelps. He'll come back for another round of X275.
Colorado. Going again, shaking the Rocky Mountains, man. How about a 476? 150 miles per hour. X275. Cooper finds it. Little track prep LDR coming your way.
Anyway, but that's how smart he is. I don't mean he's like, hey, I don't know. He's right with her, but yeah, I'm a big fan. I have no other luck. This car was a thin guy. Oh, the guy was cool air and I told him that. Oh, yeah. It looks just like this. He bought a business card every single winter. And then when he passed away, I used to do a physics with a strip and watch him. I wasn't a good guy, but I used to go to the strip and watch him all for a lot of years.
Today I'm going to show you our Wiggins hose end connectors. Because they're tool free, they're a great way to couple two lines together that need a quick disconnect. Let me show you how they work. These hose ends are available in many sizes and angles. They have male and female ends on them, so make sure you get a matching pair. I've got some 90-degree samples here and some straight as well. But basically, as you can see, it's got an O-ring here, and we're going to go ahead and lube it to see the actual coupling action. So you take your female and you got your male and you basically just connect them. You hear that click? It's actually engaged. Now we can add our Wiggins connector, which basically keeps them together. It snaps together, creating a solid coupling, and if you can see here, you have a little bit of play, so you don't have a rigid line, you have some flexibility. To disconnect, you simply use your fingers to pry back on the connector and it unhooks, allowing you to simply slide out the ends. As you can tell, these are super easy to use when you need a quick disconnect. Wiggins hose end connectors are available in crimp style only and available for Ultra Pro and Ultra Flex hose and hose end families. When you need that quick disconnect, look for Earl's Wiggins hose end connectors. For all sizes and styles available, go to earls.com.
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our camshafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At Comp Cams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. Comp Cams, no comparison.
Drive shafts are the critical link between power and pavement, and there's performance to gain by reducing rotating mass. Mark Williams has 7 drive shaft models to suit your needs and budget. These include exclusive 7075 series aluminum drive shafts, which combines patented technology for exceptional strength at minimum weight. Nobody offers more SFI 43.1 certified drive shafts than MW. All are custom made to order, precision phased, and
You got it on? Yeah, we were just talking about the old days, man. I was showing him a picture of a Nova that I purchased from the late Palmer Lazarus.
Super nice car.
Isn't it cool? We were talking about history as being kids. Yeah. And when you see something and your love for the automobiles, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm showing you my friend's 58 Chevy he's had. This is the car I drove when I was 18. My dad still has it.
There you go.
It had a LS6, 660 center splitters and a monkey 4-speed in it. All steel body, ran 1131 back in 1970s.
And that's fast.
1980. Oh, yeah, super fast for the days. Now it's a 7-second car with a blow. My brother did the chassis, chrome molly did so my dad wouldn't get hurt, and put a blower. They put a blower on it, and obviously it runs in the 790 range, but that's what life is. I mean, that's why my passion comes through when I'm announcing. I love fast cars, I love the people, and you understand how it's built and how this all gels together.
Yeah, exactly. And, you've been involved with cars your whole life. You know what it takes to get to this.
Oh, yeah. If you would have listened, right? And me as a kid, if I would have listened to the guy who told me, hey, don't spend that first $1,500 you ever made. Save it and save it. And then go spend the $5,000 and build it the way that you learn and watch everything instead of buying ham and shocks and everything. Yeah, but these kids, that's what kept this whole industry going, Oh,
yeah, that's what
everyone had cherry bombs and...
yeah, that's it.
I don't know who did, John. I don't know. You had a Roadrunner, though. You were lucky with this team.
I can remember, I remember like pulled up on the seat stories like that I'm trying to demonstrate to us. If you think about all the great that went on, I did it since the 8th round. No kidding. We're right. You let off on the bureau, something's up. They cooked up and things. That to the street. I don't usually tell them. I don't want to say you're on my shit. Yeah, right. Throw them on the lane.
All right, Pro Mod to the lanes. How about it? Pro Modified to the lanes, please. Pro Mod to the lanes. You still got your spectators out here, man. Let's go. You want to see this thing go down. Semis, right? Wells and Jones have lane choice. Aaron Wells and Jones. Which Jones? Aren't they both in? So Wells and Jones have lane choice. Pro Modified to the lanes. Slammers behind them. Special guest John DeFlorian came up in the tower, and I swear I saw your owner here today, walking around somewhere over in the pits. Haas.
Oh yeah, Jerry was here.
Was he here? I swear. I wanted to go over.
Yeah, he was here rolling around.
So he's another nice guy, man. I wanted to go say hi to him. I remember back in the 80RL days when he was out there. And those were fun days, man.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun.
That was the stuff. This place was like packed, man, and people were everywhere.
This place was packed to the point where they wouldn't let anybody else in.
Whether they were drag fans or just off the streets, they didn't care.
No, they didn't. You had them all.
Wow, this was 13 years old. He's solid, sitting on a gas no, that is like that is, he wasted all the rust, he did all the work on it, and then when he got older, pop or something, sure, he had to find that that's awesome. To me, that's the these are things that, oh my God, right. I can believe that there is someone comes by and sees the garage and pass. Right, yeah. But that's happened so many times. Yeah. Oh, I've done it myself. bumpers off the old, so lighten it up. And I'm thinking at an airport, at an old Nike site, and they were racing in FD, Illinois. And that's where he was getting his love for speed and stuff. And he would tell you, you know who I am? I'm going to be the hot dog stand. Because he was fast back in the day, man. And like I said, there's stuff there that stayed with you forever. And all the cool cars. I love cars. I love cars. It doesn't have passion. Total passion. Then back then, you had cars that you could work. In other words, it could be a factory car, you put on there, put the starboard, change the spark plug, put point it down to it. Say I run that equipment. All the submission shit, like your job here, I have to all to go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it gets good. Yeah. It's when that emission really turned into a nice turn for the fan. Oh yeah. That's always young. I go right to it. It's great. Great, man. Like, it's good for my phone. Not the four-wheel drive, it's one of the older. Is that right? Because he loves working on it, because what you said, educated everything, yeah. I can remember, you kind of remember opening the hood, setting on the air fender, working, yeah, you know,
Boy, I thought we were going to go to sleep there for a minute. There's some noise coming out. Limited drag radio, I believe. Making its way. Let's see here. Is that?
This ought to be fun.
Well, the last time I did all the bragging, Mark Mickey over here in the Drag Radio versus the World Chevy Malibu of Jason Carter hit the tire so hard it just sat there. Now let's see if they can run the best number of the weekend. They've gone 371, 378. This car's incredible. And I'm sure it's still Nelson power out of Florida. They had like a 540 cubic inch twin turbocharged, all billet steel, billet block, billet heads. And I called Nelson because I wanted to know. And he goes, man, it's a trick piece. He goes, that's a trick piece. He goes, from the crank to the rods, everything, it's all been designed to do what it does. Yeah, but he said it's an awesome car. A lot of horsepower, like what, 4,500? Is it 4,000? It's got to be. It's somewhere in that 4,000 range, easily. I mean, I thought Woody did something like that. Didn't he put us on the dyno and put it up there to 3,900 horsepower or something? So keep your eye on the M&M Transmissions. Mark Mickey, great drag racer. Here we go. Mark Mickey goes 370. That's what the Pro Mods qualified number one at, 370.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is that unreal? 3,400 pounds, 210 miles per hour in the 8.
Look at that speed.
He missed low ET of the event by 1,000. Man, unreal.
Yeah, I was glad I was here to watch that. That was good stuff.
That was unreal. I'm telling you what, 377, with a 7, excuse me. Look at the 60 foot, 1.00. Got to the split at 2.5 seconds. Unreal. Now, what is the numbers you guys put up when you go into the 8? 4-0s, 401?
Yeah, 401. Yeah, 4 O's.
And you're like step 1, right, on the 60
Yeah,
foot?
anywhere from 960s to 980s.
Nice. So Pro Mod, so you can appreciate what that kid just did.
Oh yeah.
Pro Mod to the lanes. Pro Mod to the lane. Wow, 210 miles per hour. 210, you're looking at this guy, he's going 175. You're thinking, wow.
210. Mark Mickey, you're the man. Jason Carter, cool car. To all the guys out of Missouri that helped him, that was awesome. What a night, what a treat to watch that. And I told you my puppy could shake hands and, you know, bark and ask for a treat, because the last time he hit the tires, I told the old story, and then he did it on the carpet for us.
Yeah.
Awesome deal right there, Mark. Thanks for saving me. Here we go. Watch this. You want to lift up and do a wheel stand out of here. So they have to shut it off. Neal Hopkins with a single run, the #1 qualifier. Still has a chance to win this deal as the #1 guy. Shane Stack is the guy to watch. If Shane Stack, how you doing, man? 2 for 1s? 2 for 1 monsters? How you doing, Todd Martin? All right, Jim Howe, biggest race of the night right here in limited drag radial. Jim Howe, who went 4.10 seconds tonight, knows what he's up against. Shane Stack, Huntsville, Alabama, 86 Monte Carlo, 572 cubic inches of twin turbocharged behemoth over there. Amanda Howe now tells her, man, it's all right. Sprays the de-icer on the butterfly flaps over there and the supercharger hat, and now it's time to go to work. Crossville, Tennessee versus Huntsville, Alabama. Here we go. He's going to pull over, make sure nothing was happening with the power plant. And how about a 413? Jim Howe is looking to put this thing in his pocket if he goes some more. 174 miles per hour for Team Howe out of Crossville, Tennessee. Amanda down there, she's got to be happy. They're going another lap in that deal. So Howe, the #5 qualifier, looking to probably pour some more power to it. And Shane Stack, that's upsetting. That's too bad. Went out there and couldn't prevail for the fans and for himself. And I thought for sure he had one of the cars to win this deal. Obviously all of them do, or anybody does, but he was running so fast. Amanda, good job. Must be whatever you sprayed in that thing. Lonnie Grimm wants Pro Mod right now. Pro Modified to the lanes, please. Pro Modified to the lanes. Midwest Pro Mods to the lanes. Summit Racing Equipment bringing you all the action here this weekend with the Midwest Pro Mods and a cast of thousands. And sponsors I'll tell you all about through the weekend. As I will, and Strange Engineering, we thank them for all they do. Atomizer fuel injector, the fastest fuel injector in the world. Thank you to all you do.
Improve on a classic. Modernize it with Sniper fuel injection from Holley. For only $9.99, Sniper eliminates cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, flooding, and fuel odors. Sniper installs with just 4 wires and self-tunes while you drive. Sniper replaces most 4-barrel carbs and is now available in a 2-barrel. Install a Sniper system, then get in, start it up, and enjoy driving your ride more today.
The quality is obvious. That's why Mark Williams high-torque axles are the most trusted in drag racing. MW axles are forged from superior alloys and are tempered for higher strength and ductility. Each axle is custom machined for the exact application, including length, taper, and spline. Special attention is paid to the splines, which are true involute for more efficient engagement. Weight is important in drag racing, and MW gives you 3 options allowing you to cut unsprung axle weight almost in half. Invest in the best. Mark Williams high-torque axles.
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our camshafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At CompCams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. CompCams, no comparison.
Flying A Motorsports, #1 in toter homes and trailers in the USA. We offer an unbeatable selection of new and used race car trailers, stackers, car haulers, toters, and motorhomes. Ready for an upgrade to your current trailer? We accept trade-ins and consignments. We offer nationwide delivery right to your doorstep or factory pickup. Check out our inventory at flyingamotorsports.com. Flying A Motorsports, built on trust since 1988.
Kryptonite Customs, high-impact, high-definition wraps, cars, trucks, SUVs, windows, signs, trailers, boats, buses, racing and commercial, even golf carts. Custom designs, solids, gloss, metallics, textures, even chrome. If you can imagine it, we can wrap it. The premier custom car and truck wrap shop, located in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Call us today. Let the transformation begin at Kryptonite Customs.
Nitrous oxide and a huge rear Morrison power plant under the hood. And Matt Bell. So Matt Bell, the EFI tuner. Yeah, Redline Motorsports, the tuner over there for EFI and Holley, and the guy that, according to Anthony Schroeder, really knows how to get the job done. Keep your eye on Matt Bell out of Bloomington, Illinois, in the left lane. Chad Henderson, he's out of Alabama, Madison, Alabama to be exact, purging the big nitrous oxide on that 87 Grand National. Number 3 taking on number 4 in qualifying today. Now they're going to get a chance to see who's going to the next round. Uh-oh. Did something get quiet, or was that just a car under the tower? All right, so Matt Bell will be the one to go in if his car's, yeah, it's running. Watch a little Mustang in the left lane. Chad Henderson, the Buick. How about 418 at 193? 418 at 193 in the left lane. Drag radio, that is limited drag radio, and that is phenomenal to watch numbers like that on this track here. And I'll tell you what, these kids that are
grooming and brooming, and there goes Shane Stack's beautiful Monty. God, is that thing pretty. That is a pretty, pretty car, man. All right, Streetcar Super National 6.0 Index coming your way. Chevrolet 68 model year Camaro, be on the right side. That's going to be Chris Willis out of Dexter, Missouri. 6.0, quickest to the number. Closest to the number, I should say. Let's watch and see. There's 3 left. And we know for sure Willis is going to the final against someone. One of the 2 that are left in there. With the 7. I'm at a 607 with a 4.112 for his car. It'll be in the right side closest, according to Lonnie Grimm, to the 6.0 category. Will get lane choice in the next round. So Calvert 6.0 brought to you by Calvert Traction Devices. Tim Kohler will be in the right lane out of Festus, Missouri. There we go. Out of Warrington, Missouri, we'll get the win light at 6:07, 127. On 606-003. Bomer. Aaron Bomer's going to get lane choice so far. I'm not saying he's going to have the only chance to have it. Here's a couple other guys. But 603, that'll be lane choice. The Cowboy is still in the house. That's good. You remember that? It's all right, man. You're famous now. You're all over the world. People see you. You get 8 seconds on a golf cart. All right, there they are, top end. Bomer with the win, 603, 122. Culver, 6.0 category. That's what it's about. Larry Salvador, 6.044, 114. Not enough. Doesn't get down there and get it done. And we will be looking. Last call, Pro Modified to the lanes. Last call, Pro Modified and Slammers behind them, please. Last call, Pro Modified to the lanes and the Slammers right behind them, please.
Hey folks, if you're still here, thank you for hanging around with me. I'm McTaggart. We are at Worldwide Technology Raceway here in St. Louis. And this is the Streetcar Super Nationals. We are winding it down, but we still got a ways to go, apparently. We got Calvert Racing 6.0 Index. We're still shutting those down. We have laps to go in all the classes still. Pro Mod, Slammers. We got plenty more racing still to go. So, I want to thank Comp Cams, Holley, Mark Williams Enterprises.
Star Wheels, top dragster to the lane.
At least they're calling them in bunches.
Top Sportsman to the lanes, please. Top Sportsman to the lanes.
Okay, so that's Pro Mod, Dragster, Sportsman. I might as well just go ahead and call the rest of them up. Let's go ahead and get this going. Yeah, 14 hours. It's a longer day, but it's still not bad. I have gone 21 hours before. As long as I get to my hotel room and sleep so that at 9 in the morning I can head back, I'm good. I'll handle it. It looks like the Pro Mods didn't waste any time getting underneath the tower. That's good. So, while I'm here, I know I've been fairly quiet for this race, but if you guys got questions, hit me. Otherwise, listen to the Tire Symphony as it goes by over and over again. Out here fighting the Mississippi pestilence of mosquitoes. Damn things will not go away. I have enough bug spray on me. I probably have a crust at this point. So it's been a it's been a solid Super Nationals. Was surprised to see, I would forget his name, Crowntown Hustler. Never mind. I can tell that I'm not quite as sharp as I would be otherwise. No, that's gonna bug. Huh. I don't know. Apparently, I'm having trouble putting sentences together, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the camera back. If you guys got questions, hit me up. I'll answer what I can answer. Other than that, we got Pro Mods lined up. We got top tractor, top sportsman en route. We are running the last of the Streetcar Super Nationals down here at Worldwide Technology Raceway in St. Louis. I'm McTaggart. Thank you to ComCams. Thank you to Mark Williams Enterprises. Thank you to Holley. And thank you to Worldwide Technology Raceway themselves for rolling out the carpet for us.
All right, Pro Mod should be in the lanes. Pro Mod, Midwest Pro Mod should be in the lanes, please. Slammers behind him. We are getting ready. Is that? It is, ladies and gentlemen. Big thank you to Stroud Safety Equipment, being a big sponsor of the Pro Mods VP Race Fields. And Bankship, is our guy still down there? Let me look. Where's Bank? Look at him, he's like a chameleon. He's wearing gray. And he's there he is. Thanks, Brian. I got you there. It's Brian McLovin down there in the bleachers. All right, looks like Keith Haney's still in it for the night. Top Sportsman to the lanes, please. Top Sportsman to the lanes. X275 to the lanes. We are getting down right here, man. It's going to happen here very shortly. Don't run Kimlin over, please. She still owes Uber 25 bucks. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Good luck. Anytime. Take care, buddy. All right, so with that, we are ready to bring them to the lights, and it will be the Wells family. Aaron Wells taking on the nitrous oxide. Oh, man, what a picture this will be. Chad Green in the Popeye Pat Musey powered Chevrolet Corvette will be in the left lane. Out of Midland, Texas, that Corvette rocking and rolling. Now he's got to take on one of the biggest guns in Midwest Pro Mod Racing. Lonnie?
And well, getting the tires heated up here in the right lane. He had lane choice. Obviously, they walked out there, looked at those things, felt like that was the better choice for that team. They made some good runs. I thought for sure they'd been over in the left lane outside of qualifying. Wells family coming up here with a plan for Mr. Chad Green. Number 2 and number 3 qualifier. You couldn't ask for a better matchup. Again, Wells family out of Oklahoma City. Chad Green coming from Midland, Texas.
You know, the power is going to be the story here in the left lane. If they leave the car alone or if they put more power in it, I don't know. Because the car seemed like it wanted to move a little bit, the nitrous car. I've been watching it. It's not making perfect runs right down there. It's moving a little bit. So you got to keep your eye on that. Do they keep the power alone, leave it alone? They're in the left lane. Obviously, a lane that's been proven right now for a 370 run anywhere. If you can do it on a drag radio, you can do it on this tire. Now watching the right side. Aaron Wells, Lonnie Grimm. I don't know, man. This is a you pick 'em race right here.
I'm going nitrous. Pat Busey, Dean Marinas, Chad Green, left lane. I think the Texas boys are ready.
Let's watch and see. Green goes right in, full of speed. Chad Green, and I don't see that mattered. Heck no, did it matter. 3.69 seconds. Fastest run of the weekend so far in the Midwest Pro Mods.
That is low for the weekend. Great job on track. Great job track crew getting that thing turned around and ready for Midwest Pro Mods. The track prep's on point. Mother Nature's being nice to us this evening, and the Wells family putting it down right there, ready to come back for the final. You better get it tuned up. 369.203. One of our best runs of the whole weekend.
Man, you got to look at the incrementals there. You look at Chad Green, 975, 60 foot. Then he's 256.6 at a 330 and a 382 with the 8. So then you go 936, 60 foot over there for Aaron Wells. He had him covered by a bunch there at 60 feet, didn't he?
Yeah, 936, 247 is a really solid front split. When we break down the incrementals, we call them front splits and back splits. That front split obviously is probably a low 67 if they got as good a back split as they've had earlier in the year. They were a little light in the back split right there. That thing could have been 367, but 369 for one of the best runs of the weekend.
Man, look at that, at 203 miles per hour. So Aaron Wells going on and moving himself into a final, right?
Yeah, Aaron Wells headed straight to the Midwest Pro Mods final.
And let's see who he'll take on. Brandon Pez saw those numbers. He heard them over the loudspeaker. 369. That is something else right there. And either there's something good going on, and look at all this. Look at all these J's going up here. Jason Hamstra now. Jamon, Indiana will come up in his 69 Chevrolet Camaro, the Noonan 521 cubic inch supercharged entry, and the number 8 qualifying spot through the weekend at 375. Gonna need a whole bunch here now. If you're gonna go for lane choice, do you go for the victory or you just pour all the coals to it?
No, so you're still way up your competitor. Again, here in most of the time in Midwest Pro Mods, from the bottom to the top, these guys just try to get qualified. Once qualified, you've got a shot to win. When we get here, we're in the semifinals. We've got Justin Jones, number 5 qualifier, and Jason Hamstra from the number 8 spot. And there was only 200 separated those cars in qualifying. So here, as a crew, as a track, as a crew chief or a car chief, you walk out and take a good look at the lane, and just whatever your gut feeling is or what your feet feel, you can go out there. Sometimes they'll put a gauge on it. We call it a torque meter. They'll kind of read the racetrack and try to get an indication of what is the better lane. And right here we got Justin Jones, at least currently, making the decision to follow Wells down the right lane and see if he can get this done.
Well, these next two we'll see is Ellen is down there on the live feed, keeping all her peeps awake tonight, man. No chance for sleep on this one, man, unless you're Sleeping Beauty or whatever it be. But we've got ourselves a great drag race coming up in the final, one being Aaron Wells. And when people thought, he couldn't get the number here today for Wells, he sure came around and proved it, because he's shown at some of the finals at the Midwest Pro Mod that the 60s aren't too far behind for him. I mean, he's run 68, 69, 67, I believe, with that car. So they're back to where they belong in this weekend. And let's see if they can hang with Justin Jones. The young kid down there, well, Brandon Pez is the tuner. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to make some serious power right here for this kid to go by Jason Hamstra. You know what? It's going to be a great race. 32 years old, 20 years old. I can remember when Jason Hamstra was 20 years old and the young gun of the ADRL and drag racing and doing things out of a junior dragster into a pro mod that would just amaze people.
No, that's right. He's a great driver. He started from the bottom, has worked his way to where he's at now. A great family history. Got good history with this car. Freshly repainted and brought back here to race at Midwest Pro Mods. Both cars being screw blown. Got the screw blower set up on both cars. Jason moving in the water box, followed by Justin moving forward.
That little carbon right out of the zip pipe over there, Jason, excuse me, in the left lane. Man, upsetting. Brandon Pez can't believe it. Something going wrong with the old Chevrolet Corvette, the Larry Jeffers built car. And Jeff Jones down there saying, I can't believe it, man. What happened down there, we'll find out later on. But a rejected and dejected walk back to the pits for Brandon Pez. I hate to see that because he's such a hard worker. And Father Jeff Jones going back there, and some days aren't yours, man. That's all you can say in this sport. You'd rather be lucky than good, right?
No, and Jeff is riding down, pulling Dustin back. Obviously, feels bad for his son. You always want to try to provide the best you can provide. That Imperial Construction equipment is one of the best, and obviously a tough break there.
Absolutely. That's all right, though, man. They'll be back with a vengeance, believe me. So Hamstra, does he beat it up or does he save pieces?
69 is tough to find to try to get a lane choice out. Well, they were going for it.
Well, they won't get lane choice, and they were going for it at 102 and a 60-foot. But, I mean, I think he shut off, like, right close to that. So I don't want to call that an official run for his 60-foot. They've been better than that and way better. And you can see Kimberly Pez, she's been through this before, man. She'll go back there and try to keep the spirits up high for everyone, but it's part of the sport of drag racing. You know what? Sometimes you come out here and be the best in the world, and sometimes you can be the best in the world and have those type of problems.
So not too bad of a position for Jason Hamster and the Hamster team to be in, because they will probably run that lane again. Aaron Wells with the run he made, unless something happens between now and the final. We expect Aaron Wells to probably come back and reselect this right lane that he just went 369. And Hamster, they'll actually be able to go back, look at the data, see what actually went wrong, make some adjustments, and we would expect a good final out of Hamster and Wells.
Well, we shall see, Ronnie Grimm, we shall see. Thank you to AccuFab. Thank you to Dave's RV out of Claremore. And a big thank you to the Sacrilege Motorsports family and the Frankenstein Engine
Dynamics.
So Engine Dynamics, Frankenstein Engine Dynamics, that is. Thank you. Thanks to Drag Illustrated and the Bank Shift, VP Race Fuels, the fine people at 74 Auto. I want to put out a big thanks to them for all they do in sponsoring the Midwest Pro Mod Association. Proline Racing, if you're looking for your next turbo entry, maybe see the guys at Proline Racing. And there goes Chad Green on the way back, and Pat Musey and Dean Marinas. X275, we need you in the lanes. X275, we need you in the lanes, please.
Do we have top correctors outsourcing? They should be.
And the Flying A Motorsports crew, we appreciate those guys for the cold water they offered there in the staging lanes to all of our racers and drivers and crew. Also support this weekend here at Streetcar Supernational, Midwest Pro Mod, Worldwide Technology Raceway. John Stouffer going up in the left lane.
Take a nap, Tony Williams on this Stouffer guy, I'll tell you that, like your last round, you better be awake.
Stouffer usually is up on the steering wheel and ready to mow down a Christmas tree. He knows how important that end of the racetrack is. But Tony will pull one out every now and then. We expect this to be a this is a semi-final round here in Slammers Midwest Pro Mod.
That's right, the Slammers. Now watch Stouffer's team. Trying to get a little hit of the throttle. Ellen gets her ponytail straight up and down like she's being electrocuted. standing in the zooms in that fuel. That's got to be good for you. And in the right side, Tony Williams, sitting there waiting patiently. Did that last time, and I swear, I'm like, go. I almost said go to him. Over the PA, he sat there and got the window. Won't happen against Stouffer. You got to be on your game.
We noticed Tony's moved over. He's got double balled in, waiting on Stouffer.
Oh man, 85 to a 72. Stouffer gets the stripe down there, 372, 201 miles per hour. And man, what a drag race. Tony was ready for that one, wasn't he? 028 on the tree.
I told you, he can step up when he needs to.
And he got himself some 60-foot action. Well, nothing like Stouffer's Cuda. Went 953 in the 60 to a 965. And unreal.
No, but still at the end of the weekend, Tony Sandman Williams goes back, looks at that data at the trailer, looks at all of his run slips and goes, you know, that lap there, 600's better than my qualifying. We did a good job.
Absolutely, and congratulations to him. And the whole, well, not the whole team, but the other guy.
The other half.
So that'll bring up Mike Riccia now. Riccia over here on the right side where they've been in the last outing. Riccia and company ready to hit the throttle. Oh, this is a good matchup. Cunningham versus Riccia. I love this matchup.
Usually number 3 and 4 qualifier, 300 separating them qualifying. So Tommy Cunningham running that 384, and if you look back at qualifying, he was way down in mile per hour when he ran that 384. So that Cunningham team does have power to run right beside Mike Ricci. Ricci from Roselle, Illinois. The 69 Camaro with Alan Johnson power. Tommy Cunningham with the 67 Mustang with Brad Anderson power.
Well, I can remember Ricci when he started his career in supercharged racing. And then he built this car, had an old Camaro, and then they built this one brand new, and then they went out there and they still couldn't get the number as the late Greg Higgy had the track record back at Great Lakes Dragway in his old Pontiac. And then they came up with this Alan Johnson and took that record and put it on the wayside. So
He's done very well with that. The team's tough over there. Tommy's wife putting him in the beans.
I love that team. I think that's like a family deal, man, and it's so cool.
There's so many of those teams over here that are that way.
And so happy to be here, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good people. Here we go. Cunningham in the left lane, ready to go. Man, Riccia took full advantage of everything, from the hit of the throttle to the stripe on the finish line. 3.82 seconds at 198 miles per hour. Cunningham, obviously that tire shake or something that he was going through and battling through, because that car was wibbling and wobbling everywhere.
Yeah, so those things, whenever they leave the starting line, once they go out there and get in that shake zone, they start to shake the tires, like coming to a stop sign at the end of a dirt road at 80 mile an hour. It's what it feels like. Obviously trying to step off the pedal, step back on it. Hopefully Mike Ricci has a little problem. Tommy trying to run him down, just runs out of real estate. Mike Ricci moves on.
Hey, what's up? Just trying to finish this race.
Slow down. Your wheels aren't, front wheels aren't.
Moving into the Midwest Pro Mods top dragster, Eric Bonewell from Terre Haute, his 02 undercover. Finding Dan Phelps from Labadie, Missouri, the 13 race tech. 632 and nitrous power in the right lane. .463 dial left lane, 415 dial right lane. Dan Phelps is going to have to wait for a while before he can leave and try to run down Eric. Dan, Melody Phelps, husband and wife team, Melanie give him the okay, send him forward. Bonewell needs to catch the light. Leave with a good reaction time. Give Dan very little room. Dan's got other ideas. They're both in. Here we go. Dan Belt. 4:14 with an 8, 2 thou under. Good job, Dan Belt, moving on. Dan goes sub 1 second 60 foot, 270 to the 330. Scoreboards were a little fuzzy. He was actually a 10th under with 414.0 on a 415 dial. Danny Nelson, Racecraft Chassis, Mr. Racecraft Chassis, Batesville, Arkansas. In his 2019 Racecraft, his personal car, his top dragster. He was our number 2 qualifier, went 380, 379 to the dial, 450. Kent Story from Sebring, Kentucky, his 2000 Mike Boss. Both are in. Get it! .660, 380 with a 1 over. 2 thou under. Leaves Ken Story 13 and 10 on the reaction times. Both cars looking side by side. Right about half track. Ken Story just gets there a little too quick. He was there 16. Needed to get there 14 or less.
That's trusting your automobile. I don't think he even thought of blipping it. I mean, he thought he was going to run that number right on.
Yeah, when you're a 450 car, 379 is chasing you. There's not a lot of room to be able to make a decision down there. So he thought he was hard dialed. He missed it by 2 thou.
We go right into our top sportsman category. Andrew Johnson will be out of Cynthiana, Kentucky, being the 55 Chevrolet. Is he in the biggest color?
So, swap lane, swap down. Swap the lane.
Okay.
I was talking about Andrew coming out of the burnout over there in the Excalibur out of Cynthiana, Kentucky, the Brad Anderson 521 cubic inch, I believe that's got a Pro Charger on it, if I'm not mistaken. And he's broke some records with that car in Top Sportsman. 395 to a 418.
Bob Galletti, tough customer, Division 4 champion. Right here, he knows how to get the job done. Oh yeah.
There it is, man. 005 on the tree.
When your competitor is 80, you better turn on the wind light.
Wow. How about that? 399.7 for Andrew Johnson on a 95. 422 on a 418, 155. But what a reaction time, as Lonnie said. God, man.
Is your ants in here?
I feel
You?
yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that was not Bob Galletti. That was Rich Smith getting it done with 005. Rich Smith moving on. Now we find Bob Galletti with the buy run.
All right. I apologize, Lonnie. Limited drag radial to the lanes, please. Limited drag radial to the lanes. Limited drag radial to the lanes, please.
This is Bob Galletti. That was Rich Smith a while ago. We had bad information.
Thank you, sir. I was going to say he is a hero, man. 005 and he got right back to the starting line.
Double-double. Yeah, Bob, tough customer. Tomball, Texas, where he calls home.
Got
15 years old, 848 cubic inch of Nizer racing engines.
All built with 9 fingers.
Not exactly what they were looking for, but still a nice lap. Sub 1 second, 60 foot. Goes 987 for a top sportsman car. 268 to the 330. Again, Bob Galletti with the win on a bye run. We'll be looking for those guys to come back and working their way towards the final round here in Midwest Top Sportsman.
So limited drag radial should be in the lanes. Limited drag radial should be in the lanes, please. Limited drag radial, X275, Mickey Thompson bringing that category for the Streetcar Supernationals and the CSCN, and all the fine people down there in Mel Rock putting a great show on with his racers, and the Midwest Pro Mods putting a great show on. Brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment, Lenko, Atomizer Injectors, and the fine people at Race Junk. We thank all of them. Hoosier Tire, the official tire of the Midwest Pro Mod Series. And Bang Shift, who's been up all night with us, man. Yesterday, today, and thank you to Brian McLovin down there. He's a great guy, man.
And always a shout out to Wes Buck, Drag Illustrated, for the coverage that they provide with Midwest Pro Mod. All those guys over there doing a great job.
Improve on a classic. Modernize it with Sniper Fuel Injection from Holley. For only $9.99, Sniper eliminates cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, flooding, and fuel odors. Sniper installs with just 4 wires and self-tunes while you drive. Sniper replaces most 4-barrel carbs and is now available in a 2-barrel. Install a Sniper system, then get in, start it up, and enjoy driving your ride more today.
The quality is obvious. That's why Mark Williams high-torque axles are the most trusted in drag racing. MW axles are forged from superior alloys and are tempered for higher strength and ductility. Each axle is custom machined for the exact application, including length, taper, and spline. Special attention is paid to the splines, which are true involute for more efficient engagement. Weight is important in drag racing, and MW gives you 3 options allowing you to cut unsprung axle weight almost in half. Invest in the best. Mark Williams high-torque axles.
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our camshafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At CompCams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. CompCams, no comparison.
It is, from an organizational standpoint, you really work hard to maintain the parity, and the parity is the whole idea behind that is that everybody that comes through the gates wants to feel like that if they put forth their best effort, that they got a fair opportunity to find themselves in the winner's circle. And from an organizational standpoint, that's what the rules and rules committees work towards and worked hard for. And we try to stay on top of that and keep track of that performance to make sure that we maintain that parity so that everybody that's putting forth the A-plus effort feels like they get a fair shot at a winner's circle victory.
You know, this is just, one category of pro mod. You guys come from classes, and there's so many classes. I could not believe staying up late at night to figure all that out. I mean, when you got all those different categories. LDR and 6.0 to the lanes. LDR to the lanes. Limited drag radio to the lanes now. 6.0 to the lanes, please. LDR and 6.0. We need you in the lanes. But, all those categories at organizations like the NMCA, I mean, how does one just stay up with it? I mean, it's got to be a job and a half.
It is. It's a full-time job for the ones that are committees that are out there that try to write the rules and keep the parities. We try all organizations try to make their way sufficiently through the year with minimal changes. Try to not make any huge swings that, in a sense, try to keep it financially feasible throughout the year. But it's still at the end result for the fans here, the ones that are watching us on TV on Baneship, is to make sure that we provide a good show with everybody giving forth the best effort.
I couldn't say it better myself. Hey, look, Damon came out. Yeah, hey, how's the potato chips down there? We kind of got jealous up here looking at that, but it's good to... No, it's all right. I want the bottom of it. The bottom of the bag. You can have the bottom of the bag, dude. Nice to be the share, though. There was.
If I remember right, that's Brian and B-Rad in the water box there. Those guys have been working hard all day. Everybody got here roughly about 7:30 this morning. We're rocking past midnight now. Working on closing this thing out. George and his whole staff here at Worldwide Technology Raceway does a wonderful job. Power staff, Brad Cannon, all the team here. Again, we want to say thank you, and we appreciate you guys for the effort you put forth all week long. Kane's down there getting off the tractor, waving a finger like he's ready.
Is it Kane's birthday? Happy birthday, Kane.
If there was ever a poster car for X275, there's been some throughout the existence of the class. But currently, this one sets is probably the poster child of X275, Kenny Hubbard.
Yeah, that was a beautiful car, man. And it was built fast. I mean, they did a turnaround on that car from watching on Facebook when they put it together and got it running. And Nizer, of course, putting a motor together for him. And Pro-Charge small block Chevy that, you know, they share a lot of information also with Lamar Swindell Jr. and they work together well, these guys, so out of Texas, so.
Oh boy, tough break, Kenny Hubbard.
So Kenny down there, get a chance to stage the car up, I guess, and back it out. This is a beautiful car, man. So they'll push Kenny Hubbard back, and he will be back for another round of
Mickey Thompson, X275 here with the Streetcar Super National. And speaking of Streetcar Super Nationals in Vegas, November 21st through the 24th, the 15th year, you want to be a part of it. Go on down there, get a ticket, enjoy the nightlife of Vegas, enjoy the drag racing and everything. And adding Radio versus the World this year, how about that? And there's some big stuff going to happen in Vegas this year.
There is some big stuff happening. That'll be an awesome race here at the end of the year. Mel always puts on an excellent race out there at a great venue at LVMS. If you've never made it out west late in the year to watch Streetcar Super Nationals at Vegas, make the trip, book your flight, or just take a nice little drive across country and find yourself to show up in Vegas out there.
Yeah, there you go. That's a heck of a drive.
It's a pretty good drive.
It is. It's a nice drive if you got the time to do it. Some good sights to see.
24 will get you there from right here.
There you go. We're Route 66, right? One LDR car. We're missing you. One LDR car. We need you in the lanes now. They're going to run without you. So hopefully Kenny can get it fixed up. He'll go down there and...
appeared to have been just a small water leak. I'm sure they'll go back and figure out that's not what he was wanting to do. I'm sure he was wanting to go A to B, set the stage for lane choice coming back in potential final round. But they'll go back, peel some of that orange hardware off of that car and figure out where that small leak was coming from. So he takes the tree, gets the light, and then he moves on to the next round. Mr. Derek Cooper, over from Littleton, Colorado.
Isn't that cool?
And Devin Brown.
That is so cool, making the trip from Colorado and you've gone laps, man. You got to be pumped up. You're number 14 qualifier. You took out some big guys already. Devin Brown's been running good out of Missouri, that old silver Chevrolet 01 Camaro with a 465 small block in it.
For the old-time guys, if I'm talking about old-school, small-block guys, they used to look at it and think a 427-inch motor, a 434-inch motor was awfully big. Devin Brown sits over here with an LS 465 cubic inch engine.
That is good.
Devin, the better qualifier out of qualifying with 448. Derek Cooper, if they've got that thing tuned up, we could find some performance that might match Devin Brown's. But Derek earlier qualified number 14, 484.
Ronnie, Devin Brown has gone from A to B each and every time. I mean, that car has really run well. So, Derek Cooper. And it's not enough still. 470. So the kid, Derek Brown, they're 37 years young, and the Littleton, Colorado racing team's coming back for another round. 151 miles per hour. They showed that with a 480, right, throughout qualifying. Now they just found a better than a 10th. How about 15 off the number?
Yeah, so that's a team that's been working hard, looking through the data that they've been able to get and acquire here at Worldwide Technologies Raceway. Streetcar Super Nationals, they put that data to good use, and they found themselves over 1,400s between qualifying and finding themselves here in the quarterfinals of X275.
Here's Randy Madlock, and another guy that can run A to B very well out of Huntsville, Missouri, the 92 436 cubic inch Ford. Your number 5 qualifier will be in the left lane. Who you got number 2? Oh, look at a couple of little white Mustangs, huh? 91 GT.
One shiny one matte finish. Alan Phelps, another veteran of X275. Great competitor, good team. Rolls up here from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Their 91 Mustang GT. 400 cubic inches under the hood. Again, number 2 qualifier, originally at 445. This is a solid matchup, number 2 versus number 5.
Going to be cool to watch and see. Now, Matlock, that team has done well, man, throughout the weekend. Number 5 qualifier, as Lonnie said, number 2, quicker in the right side. But we've seen that didn't matter in the last round.
It did not.
That kid from Littleton really poured on the poles. with a tune-up in that thing, unlike before. How about 443, 164, and that's obviously a car that was left alone. 445 in qualifying. So Alan Phelps, Bowling Green, Kentucky, comes back for another round of X275. And Matlock spinning the tires 846. No help there at 79 miles per hour, so they'll be kind of dejected as they walk away because they had a good running car, didn't they?
No, they've been solid all weekend up to that point there, and just may have hopped it up a little bit, thinking that Phelps was going to go A to B in a good fashion, just like he did at 443, and may have just missed the tune-up just a bit. Looked like he struck the tire as soon as he let go of the button. Went 137, 60 foot, so obviously, but he was after the tree. He had a huge advantage in reaction time, so he was planning for Mr. Alan Phelps, but that plan didn't work out, and Phelps moves on.
Alright, so hopefully that one limited drag radial car got back to the lanes. We need you there. Alright, so the LD car is thrashing to get it ready. Coming up out of Waterton, Missouri. It'll be in the left lane. The Olds Forenza, 1986 at a 572. Neal in it, number 2 qualifier in the left side. And Bulmer out of Festus, Missouri will be in the right lane. He's also got a beautiful car, man. If you like AMXs, you'll like that one. Small block Chevy with a 427. 68 AMX. guess not. He's going to take it.
Bomber had plenty of room.
Yeah, there's the reaction time, 3:16 to an 0:11. 5:99 had to catch him and broke out doing so. So Flyers done. Bombers going to the next round. The AMX Wilford Vale. Here comes Mike Eggleston out of Highland, Illinois. His 6.0, 97 Chevrolet Camaro. 582 cubic inch Chevy. Taking on Chris Willis out of Dexter, Missouri. 68 model. 555 for the cubic inch there in the right lane. Here we go. It's over as soon as it's started. Willis. What you talking about, Willis?
Talking about Willis. Somebody should have been talking to him to get his
attention.
Yeah, so he was a good bit early. Mike Eggleston moving on. He's setting in good shape, holding a couple numbers for that 6.0 index. So that 6.0 index is a standard. They're trying to get to the finish line before your competitor and not go faster than 6.0. If both of you go faster than 6.0 standard, then it's called a double breakout. The one that would be closest to 6.0 at that point is your winner.
Chicken dinner. You know, Popeyes is open late up the street for anyone that is interested.
So remember, the truck stop across the street used to be called Big Dugas.
Right there, the pilot?
It was called Big Dugas, and I was very familiar with the Big Dugas hamburger or cheeseburger.
Was it good?
For a long time, yeah. So we would come here and race the NHRA national event, divisional events, and usually in the national event, we parked inside the speedway. Is where all the sportsman racers, we refer to it as the ghetto. But yeah, we parked inside the speedway and ride our golf carts across the street, the old Big Dugas restaurant over there, and now it's a pilot. And still a nice place to be able to run over and grab ice or grab something to drink, some chips.
Yeah.
I forgot, throw in the motorhome.
Yeah, I've seen everyone on their golf carts on the way in, heading that way, across the intersection.
It makes it pretty handy. They got Subway and Taco Bell over there, so.
Really?
Drive-through's a little slow after midnight.
Order to Uber.
Chef Shuttle. Chef Shuttle. Uber Eats. That's a new one. And I want to put a shout out to Jason Becker and the NDRL race that they brought with the Streetcar Super Nationals here this weekend. Again, great job to those guys. It was Pro Gas, Pro
Nice.
The Calvert 6.0, 7.0, 7.5. There's a lot of great classes in there. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's a great organization.
The cars alone, man. Some of those cars are just gorgeous.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. I think the next race he said they were up in Michigan, so they travel around a little bit with that Nostalgia Drag Race League, and Jason Becker is in contact with that. Again, congratulations, Jason. Great race, some great cars, and obviously your organization has some great support behind it.
Very cool stuff, and we are getting down. Look at that thing. That thing flies through.
That's what caused us surprise earlier this year.
Yeah, it looked just like that thing was albino moth or something. Look at that thing. Someone says if you catch that lunar moth, you're going to win $1 million the next day, so feel free.
LDR. Matt Bell, Bloomington, Illinois, 93 Mustang, Chevy 555. Neal Hopkins from Trussellville, Alabama, 04 Mustang.
Oh, car's fast.
Man, that thing is...
That right lane, he's your number one qualifier. That car is fast, man. He hiked the wheels in the left lane. Lucky he was on a single pass. And got to this round there, Lonnie.
So, our number one qualifier, 406. Matt Bell, number 4 qualifier, 414. Both cars, again, Neal Hopkins been making A to B runs in the high 4.0 range, low teen range. Matt Bell getting closer to those numbers. Got plenty of power to make it happen.
I'll guarantee you Matt Bell knows he's going to have to put the power to it in that EFI system. He'll be tuning it up. There's a nitrous oxide purge down there for Hawkins. That is a huge, look at that, how many kits? 3 or 4?
Gotta be able to run those numbers at that weight. Again, Matt Bell tuning it up and sending it. See if he's got enough for Neal Hopkins. The Hawkins plans that answer is no, you don't. But let's see right here, fixing to turn the top bulbs on.
Still going to the purge down over there for Hawkins. Here comes Bell, time to ring one. We'll see if he gets in there to pre-staging ever so gently. Moving in, his crew says, there, it's all yours now. You find the lights, you find the win. Gonna be a good one right here. Hawkins and Bell. Hawkins is in, Bell is in, Lonnie, now they're out, Green is over. Look at that wheel spin, did you see that?
Matt Bell bringing in the power down there, almost 500 feet down the racetrack, starts to climb the rear gear. Back on the back tires, front tires setting in the air. Still goes 418, sets it down, 183.
Awesome deal.
Turns the wind line on. The Hawkins team having a little problem, had her hopped up, knew Matt Bell was a tough customer. Wasn't going to give him anything, make him earn it all. And definitely he did that. Matt Bell on for the win.
And Bell left his tune-up in it right there as the 18. He's been 14, 18. And here's a single pass from Jim Howe, who was probably... if I'm him, I don't know, a 418. I've been a 4.0, right? He's been 4.0 already today. I'd say I'd just go in and bust the lights and back that thing out and save all that power for the final. What do you think?
Well, here's what you think about. Obviously, he's going to break the beam over here in the right lane side. If he likes this lane, Matt Bell's making great runs out of the left side, out of the AAA lane. And so you think that Matt Bell's probably coming back, suggests they're wanting to run that left lane anyway. If you like the right lane, just take the tree, save the wear and tear, be ready for the final. But with a short burnout, they may be going for it here and see if they can find themselves some lane choice.
Very cool. It's going to be the Howe family, Jim and Amanda Howe, Crossville, Tennessee, going to the final against Matt Bell. 6-0. I mean 6-0 finals to the lanes. 6-0 finals to the lanes, please.
No, just taking the tree. Crew intended the golf carts follow it out there, drag it backwards. May have been just nice about cleaning the tires off, not to drag anything to the starting line, so we appreciate that. We're going to go work on the racetrack with static drags.
So 6-0 final. When you're ready, please come to the lanes. We need you. 6-0 final.
Industry-leading cams don't happen by accident. Ours are the result of 40-plus years of innovation. The horsepower delivered by our camshafts are determined long before they make it to the grinding process. At CompCams, nothing escapes consideration. From research and design to testing, manufacturing, and quality control. When it comes to our products, no detail is too small. It's what sets us apart. It's why people have put their trust in us for over 4 decades. CompCams, no comparison.
When you're trying to extract every ounce of performance from your carbureted LS combination, Holley's new race-bred split design intake manifold makes it possible. Typically found only in the most expensive race intakes, Holley's single-plane split design intake manifold allows you to directly access the internal plenum and port surfaces. Custom porting and port matching is now that much easier. Now you can access all the difficult to reach areas with a die grinder. These fit all GM LS1, LS2, LS6 cathedral port cylinder heads. Not only are these lighter than other split manifolds, we've also added extra material at the base of the runners for nitrous or methanol nozzles. By incorporating shoulder bolt locators and a captured O-ring seal, reassembly is easy and precise. The single plane manifold provides optimal performance across the entire RPM range, providing maximum performance up to 7,000 plus RPM depending on your engine combination. The 4150 style square bore flange accepts carburetors or throttle body EFI units. Vacuum ports are built into the carb flange of the manifold for easy vacuum line hookup. Holley's new single plane split design intake will allow you to take your performance to the next level. Thanks for watching. For more information on Holley products, visit our website at holley.com.
The 9-inch rear end from 1957 through 87 Fords became the staple of drag racing. But when horsepower levels increased, its shortcomings were evident. So Mark Williams Enterprises developed the industry's first modular aluminum 9-inch rear end. Refined over the years, today's bulletproof 9-inch modular housings can also accommodate 9.5 and 10-inch pitch diameter gears and 4-link centers as narrow as 16 inches. 12-bolt GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to markwilliams.com. GM and special 11-inch MW housings also available. For details, go to markwilliams.com.
He was like a natural because he understood how to talk at the camera, and
So I got to do one of the first real shows this year that I've ever done, and I was invited to be part of Horsepower Wars 2019. Oh, cool. We went to Temecula, California. It's a 10-day, $10,000 field challenge, 4 teams.